Doing this single pole on a circle can literally transform your show jumping if you're struggling to find a distance. That might sound exaggerated, but it really is one of the best ways to develop your eye and improve your ability to find a good takeoff spot. It's also a brilliant way to train your horse to be more rideable and more adjustable and easier to see a distance on. This is basically the show jumper's version of the driving range that golfers use. And the reason that it's not an exaggeration is that every professional golfer uses the driving range to improve. In the same way, this is such a useful tool for us because you cannot jump your horse every day, but you can practice this almost every day you ride. It closely simulates what you need to do when riding to a jump and finding your takeoff spot, but without putting the same strain on your horse. So if you really apply yourself to cantering over a single pole on a circle, you will make a big improvement to your accuracy, and that's something every show jumper wants. Your canter tempo and rhythm are very important when it comes to finding a distance. If your tempo is too slow and your canter is too quiet, you will often end up with deep distances. That's okay now and then, but you don't want that to become your normal pattern. If that is happening a lot, it usually means your tempo is just a little too low and needs to come up slightly. On the other hand, if you are too open, flat and forward, you'll often get to the pole too far away and end up with more standoff distances than you want. That usually means you need to bring the tempo down a little and shorten the stride slightly. The aim is to find the middle ground between those two extremes. If you can play around with your rhythm and find that balance in the middle, you'll give yourself the best chance of finding good distances, and you will also get into the habit of riding with the correct jumping tempo. One thing that is quite common is that riders tend to become more comfortable with one type of ride than the other. Some riders naturally find a lot of short rides and tend to miss the more forward one. And others are the opposite. They find the open, forward ride easily but struggle to see the shorter one. The problem with that is that you can end up missing a better opportunity for a better distance simply because you are mainly looking for one type of ride. What you really want is to become as ambidextrous as possible in that regard. So if you notice that you are getting a lot of one type of ride, then for the next few approaches, actively look for the opposite type. If you're always finding short rides, try to find some forward ones. And if you're always finding forward ones, work on finding shorter ones. Once you can do both, your accuracy improves radically because you have more than one way of finding a good takeoff spot.